All right. So, welcome everyone to episode 5 of the weekly hype drop. I know I say this every week, but literally it's the 5th week. Oh, it's the 6th week, technically, but the 5th episode. And it's actually been, I feel like we've been doing this for so long. Don't you guys? Like, you feel like we've been doing it for so
I feel
long?
like we've only done it a couple times.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, we recap on the week, what's been happening. We had a tournament this morning, so we're all pretty tired.
Yes, sir.
We didn't do too well.
Yo, chill on us.
We didn't do too well. We went into losers, kind of like
I went losers first round.
Okay, first of all, can we just talk about how me and Nat got put together first round? This is like the third time it's happened.
That was down bad.
And
then you had to. Yeah.
I versed Nadia first round of a tournament.
Yep.
No, I versed Qrissy first round of a tournament, and then the tournament after that, I versed Qrissy first round of the tournament, and then yesterday's tournament, I versed Qrissy first round, and then today's tournament, I versed Qrissy first round.
And she versed Nadia as well.
There's like a 1 in 30 chances happens,
Yeah.
and it's happened 3 times.
And it was randomized.
That's wild.
It's just crazy how this is just all panned out. And obviously one of us was getting knocked out, and me and FIFA went into the losers, and it was just downhill from there. But it was fun. Do you guys think it was fun this morning?
Yeah, it was fun.
I had
I
fun.
played with Fred for the first time. It was fun.
D got thermited to end our game.
Oh,
He just
the
burned
thermite.
away. We just had to watch him burn away.
Yeah.
That was it.
No,
What's it called? I remember in like one of my first gunfights, I was playing and I was getting 200 ping the whole time, and then I went mid gunfight and got 300 ping and died.
nice
It spiked
shot.
to 300 ping.
Why?
I don't know.
That's never happened, like ever.
It fully spiked to me mid gunfight. I was like, no
Oh,
shit.
that sucks. Well, honestly, the more I play in these tournaments, like on NA, the more I'm just like put off them. Like I'm becoming, like I had my break, came back, and now I'm just like, I came back for this.
Yeah,
like I
the
get
ping
on.
really is. And another thing that really does it is the schedule.
Yeah, 100%. So I know we've talked about limiting tournaments, but like it's just getting to the point where like I don't even want to play on NA tournaments. Like
It's
I'm
just
actually,
it's extra heartbreaking when you lose. Especially to ping. If you get outgunned, I guess it's different. But like when you die to ping,
yeah, it's
I was pretty sad.
But I feel like I'm probably gonna start playing more OCE tournaments.
Are you
Yeah,
playing on the one
Hopefully
on
there's
Saturday?
more.
Sorry?
Are you playing
No,
the one on Saturday?
no, not gonna be playing in the one on Saturday, unfortunately. But what's going on Saturday? You're playing with Fatal?
And Aaron.
Oh, that's a sweaty team right there.
Sweaty.
And it's a customs.
Yeah.
What's the
Look
points
at
for
us
first place?
smiling.
The
at us
prize,
smirking.
I honestly have no idea. I have no idea.
Wait, the
I never
points
look at the
though.
prize pools.
The points.
Oh, it was 35 points for first, but Fatal reached out to the organizers and they changed it to 15 points.
Okay, good.
So it's a little bit better now.
Isn't that crazy that the organizer have to be told by the players how to adjust the points for a
I guess
game they're sponsoring?
They should
Wow.
always automatically be like getting their community's input on these things, especially in
100%.
Australia when tournaments haven't been ran as much.
Yeah, that's crazy. 30 points. It was actually 35 points if I'm not
So like you
mistaken.
can get no kills, win a
Wait,
game,
what was
and
it?
that's
You can
it.
it was 35 points for first.
Wait.
Insane.
Imagine you won
That's-
3 games, you just win the tournament.
Yeah,
You could
you could get no
literally
kills. You can literally get no kills and win
Bush camp.
because no one's getting 35 kills in a custom.
A
It's
little
just-
riot shield Kali stick action,
Yep.
stuns, win
That-
the tournament.
Well, lucky Fatal reached out.
Ridiculous.
And it's a bit ridiculous. But yeah, we had a few co-ed tournaments. Got a few co-ed tournaments coming up. We've actually wanted to speak on a lot of like how finding co-ed partners. I feel like me and Haylee have been struggling.
We're always going bad for that, huh?
Yeah, I feel like it's actually hard to find. I know I've seen a few girls like from NA tweet as well, how they find it really hard to find someone to play co-ed tournaments with. Because like playing with different people each week, not having any team chem, it's like hard, you know? But then also, I've also seen like Schmitty tweet out, like he doesn't have like a consistent team to play with. It's kind of crazy how like you can't really find like a set people if you're not top Warzone players to play with in tournaments these days. What do you guys think that is? Do you feel like people just have big egos? Or like... No? Or do you just feel like people have their set groups and they don't really want to stray from it?
I think they have their set groups.
Set groups? Yeah?
I mean, me and Chris have been sharing co-ed partner.
Yeah, like some people might not give you the chance just because, you know, but...
Yeah, I agree with that. Some people like to just... They stick with their friend groups, but then they're like... If someone reaches out to them and they want to play, they don't really want to...
I do understand that though, because when you are like, if you do have a friend group, there's already chemistry there. Like you guys probably play together and stuff. So like straying away from that and playing with like some random from like, I don't know, Australia, would be like, you know, a little out of the ordinary.
Yeah, 100%. That's what like Nat mentioned. Like when Nat's not playing with D, like I asked D to play in tournaments, and you know, we kind of find like, because D is a really good to play with. Like he has good energy.
D is the best to play with. That's so fun.
He's got really good energy. He knows how to like work around you. And I feel like some players that I've played with, they don't do that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You feel like some pros don't even like take co-ed seriously?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a few, like, I've seen a few things where people, like, the pros will just be like, don't really care about the co-eds or anything like that.
I mean, I heard a while ago during one of these co-eds that one of the professionals dropped out of a 10K for a female, like a co-ed 10K, and he said, quote unquote, I'm playing in this because it's a free win.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I heard someone say like co-ed like wages are free wins too, so
yeah, well,
some people definitely have that mindset.
Yes, I agree. I actually, not so long ago, I was watching a pro streaming the co-ed, and he made a comment like that. Well, he actually said that co-eds are a lot harder these days because there's more girls that are grind. Like back in the day, they would only be just playing with other pro players and their girlfriends who don't really play COD, you know? So it was just whoever boyfriend or like pro guy, whoever could perform the best, you know? They were just playing like in a 1v1 kind of thing. But definitely don't see that. I definitely think there's been a shift in like that mentality in like co-ed tournaments, but they still don't take it as seriously.
Yeah, I think it's gotten way better though.
Yeah, it's gotten way better. But
definitely need a set co-ed partner soon though. All of us.
I got one.
You have ours. Oh,
yeah, Nat has one. me and Haylee we gotta find us a set co-ed partner. It's just really hard.
So
Everyone is set.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's taken.
Everyone's taken.
If not, I'm getting ecoed.
Same.
And that's just straight facts.
But also, it's just like, we could find people, but just the team chem is not there. Like, that's everything. I feel like that's everything.
I also, I don't like playing off someone else. Like, when people tell me what to do, I hate that.
Yeah,
and
like
I feel like, some guys try to do that.
Yeah, I don't care how good you are. If your vibes are not, like, cool, like, good, like, I can't get into that. Well, I can, but it's harder to get into, like, the competitive mindset when you have to worry about how someone's behaving towards you, you know? But yeah, that's one thing that we've been trying to work towards. Well, me and Haley.
What about how some tournaments are making it mandatory for females to stream with face cam?
Yes. So, saw on the little Twitter timeline, I think Winter got pulled out of, I think it was Swisham's tournament. Swisham's hosting a 10K tournament. She got pulled out of someone's tournament because...
Might have been the one today.
No, she played in today.
In the one today. No, you're right, yeah.
Because they're making it mandatory for females to stream with face cam. Do we think that's fair?
I do understand where it came from, because I did see a bunch of people tweeting in relation to some girl a while ago had a boyfriend play, and that's where the whole face cam mandatory thing came from.
Yeah.
But like, unless you're gonna make men mandatory to stream with face cam, you can't do it to females, because if you want equality, you can't sit there and make, you know,
a rule for one and not the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a bit. Well, see, eFuse I think they actually came out publicly on Twitter and kind of like revoked that rule, because Winter actually tweeted about it. She was like, oh, I can't get into any eFuse tournaments because they require face cams. And they said, oh, actually, no, we've changed that. We don't require it because we want to make it fair for everyone. So it's super surprising to see like girls being pulled out of tournaments because they can't use face cam.
I mean, I think there's... Oh, Haylee, your mic's picking up, Blake.
Oh.
Yeah, very good. I think there's plenty of ways around it. I mean, you could have every single duo in these tournaments sit in a Discord, and admins can just pop in and out, like,
yeah,
and listen to you. Like, it's not that hard. I mean, they can listen to you on stream even.
And also,
I mean, it'd be really hard to get away with, like, having a guy play for you.
But also, there's ways around it. Like, you could stream through Discord to an admin. You don't have to stream your face to the world. You know? I think that would have been fair. I really do feel like Winter's one of the top Warzone female players right now. And she's been performing well in tournaments. And I find it sad that she was, you know, she can't play because of that. Yeah, because she's not comfortable with, you know, showing her face, you know? And that's perfectly fine.
And that is okay.
I remember at the start of streaming, I did not want to show my face.
Neither. I didn't want to face cam.
I still to this day remember my anxiety when I was like 16,
it took me
turning on my camera.
Yeah. Nah, I did. I remember I was like, nah, I'm not going to stream with a face cam. I'm not going to do it. I think Qrissy might have heard me say that maybe in the past.
Yeah, I remember. Haylee didn't stream.
Telling me to get a face cam, and I was like, nah.
Haylee didn't want to stream. She didn't stream face cam for like so long. For so long. Yeah, so hopefully that doesn't become like a thing, you know. I've definitely found that very surprising. Very, very surprising. But speaking of tournaments, was it this week or last week where there was that quad eFuse tournament? It was like last week. Okay. So we all, yeah, you played in that one, did you?
Nah, you played it.
Yeah. No, well, there's actually.
You played it with D.
Oh yeah. So there was actually a situation that happened in that. It was me. It was like a new kind of format. It was a team of 4, and you go versus another team of 4, 2v2 style, and whoever has the most combined kills at the end of
it was almost
one
like
map.
a 2v2 odd man.
Yeah. The map 1. So something actually happened. Like during our match, I got killed underneath the map by someone, and I wasn't sure to call it because it wasn't really like a hacker situation, even though he was like glitched in the in the map. So I didn't call it, and then my chat was telling me that like you could get a reset for that, and so it wasn't fully like I didn't get the evidence for all of it until like the end of the match where they were up like almost 20 kills. So I messaged the admin just to ask if we could get a map, not that we should or whatever, and he said that we could. But I think previously Armin and Tommy, they didn't get a reset for a similar situation. So it just started this whole argument. And like if we didn't get a reset from where I died, we would have been down 32 kills. Yeah. Instead of 11. So they gave us a reset, but I think the pro players went kind of crazy on eFuse and like all the admins, like everyone was kind of.
I mean, that is completely on the company. The admin should be having the same rules for everybody.
Yeah.
They can't like pick and choose.
I agree. But yeah, do you think they made the right decision? I mean, we ultimately got the funny thing is they didn't even actually give their rule set. Like they didn't say that we could do a reset based on like them. They said it's up to the other team whether it's to to accept it or not.
Uh-huh.
So they put it on the players, which I don't think is right.
I think it depends on the spot. Where was it?
It was underneath
I definitely don't
airport.
think it should be put on the players. I feel
And he
like
was just like inside the.
Was
it at the bottom?
Yeah, he was inside the mat.
Okay, see, that isn't like a well-known spot. I literally only know about that because I saw D come across it once. Like,
yeah.
I feel like if it's not a well-known spot, then it should just be a reset, because that is something that you can't do anything about. Like, you're just gonna get shot. You can't.
Like, you can't even kill. Yeah, like. Yeah. So I definitely feel like we've got a reset for sure. But it's just like, they put it on the players, which I feel like is so wrong. Because it puts everyone in a sticky situation. Like, you don't want to be that person to not give
maybe they put on the players so that they don't get flamed.
But then they look worse. Do you think they look worse for putting it on the players?
I mean, I think people would see through it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the pros...
They just shouldn't be putting it... They're the admins for a reason. Like, they're not supposed to be putting, like, decisions onto the players. They're supposed to make the decision.
Yeah. And I think, like, as admins, like, you should really, like, go on, like, just stay consistent. Like, your word is final, you know? Your word is final. Like, stick with that. Like, even if they said no reset and, like, da-da-da, like, I would have just accepted it, you know?
It should be like that for everyone. It should be not like the players picking, and it should be the same rules for everyone.
Yeah, that puts a lot of pressure on everyone. But I just thought that was interesting, and you know, a lot of pro players.
I didn't know about any of this.
Yeah, no, it was
neither.
Yeah, a lot of the pro players were complaining about it, which is like understandable.
I must have been asleep.
You do be sleeping. But no, the other team was really nice about it. We ended up having to just play from 15, which was already like, being down 15 is a lot. Well, we lost that, and it is what it is. It happens.
It
is what it is. But I don't know. Like, that was one of the few tournaments outside of a custom. Like, that was like the first quad, or like one of the few ones that have been running. I don't know. Do you think, like, I feel like any 2v2 or any tournaments outside of a customs, there's always just going to be like multiple problems. Like, customs is the only way to run a smooth tournament at the moment.
But, like, I mean, is it even smooth?
Yeah, sometimes they ain't smooth.
Like, they're usually supposed to be like 3 to 4 hours, and they go for 8 hours with like 20 people disconnecting and lagging out.
Some custom tourneys, like, some go really fast, but like, I don't know. Like, some yeah.
Well, in the sense that always... like, in the sense like that, it's the only real problem in customs is just people disconnecting or like not being able to connect, as opposed to
or like
constant
people joining
resets.
If it's like a massive custom lobby, that's annoying.
Well, what do you prefer? Would you rather be in a custom having to wait for people, or
personally, I'd probably rather 2v2. Playing on the high ping in customs is not fun.
Yeah, true.
The high ping on customs is doubled. So when it says 230 ping for me and I check, it's like 320.
Wait, so I'm playing on 600 ping?
No.
No, but like it doesn't. It is so delayed to the point where like it feels like it's doubled. And if you check like your account, like it shows that it's usually like 80, 90 more than what it actually is. So you probably are playing on like 390 ping.
Yeah, sheesh.
Yeah, we're kind of crazy. But this is the thing, like, when you're in customs, you're playing against good people. The best in the world.
That's part about it.
Like, even if you get first shots on, they've got good enough aim to gun your shit. Like, it's just...
Yeah, and it's like, bro, I hope I don't lose this guy.
I think customs were fun for a while, but I think they're boring now. And I think a lot of people feel that way. My entire Twitter timeline is, bring 2v2s back.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
More interesting to watch 2v2s as well.
Yeah, well, they keep trying to spice it up with all these different rule sets, but I don't really think it's going to help. I mean, what do? They banned Ghost, and now everyone's complaining about UAVs.
And then they ban UAVs, and everyone's just running around.
Yeah.
Like they're just going to ban everything to the point where you're just like, you just have a gun.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the whole game.
Well, that's why I feel like where Iron Trials is going to come in really well, because it actually is a good like format. Like, everything about it is...
Yeah, but it's going to be choked for us.
Yeah, but like...
That health against professionals... Iron trial
trials.
customs. That's what customs will become, iron trials.
I think it should be trios and below.
Flora?
If it's quads, it's just too hard, I think.
Everyone wants it.
Oh.
It's just like
We're
it's
chalked.
just, I mean, it's just impossible in 200 ping to kill. It's
Oh, yeah.
rough to kill like normal players on like 200 ping. Imagine trying to kill Tommy on 200 ping in iron trials when he's got double the
Nah,
health.
yeah,
That ain't happening.
It takes me a whole clip to kill someone sometimes.
Yeah.
Even if I'm hitting my shots.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said, who needs ping when you can use map positioning? Map positioning can help only so much, okay? Like, what? People can literally turn on you and your bullets haven't even registered yet.
Facts.
But yeah. No,
Yeah, I didn't know about that. That's sad to hear.
What?
Even though we don't get invited anyways.
It's not confirmed, but
Oh,
I feel
it's
like
not
they're
confirmed?
heading in that direction.
I mean, from what I've seen, like everyone wants that.
Yeah.
Everyone loves iron trials over there.
right?
What?
Sorry, I was yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah. Everyone does. Everyone loves. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised from the reaction from Aya Trials. I really didn't think it would be like.
I mean,
Yeah.
I understand, like, I understand the appeal of it, like no dead silence, you know, a little bit extra health, but I think there's too much health. I
Yeah.
hate that, like, your health goes up so slow that you have to use stims. So, like, no one can even use flashes or anything like that. They just don't, like, it's just...
Yeah, that's the thing. Like when you use stims, you have that 200 health back, and like that, they need a whole nother clip. You need a team shoot. Like that's it's definitely
And,
difficult.
like, third parties are just, like, GG.
Yeah,
Like, it is almost like Apex.
And
In
regaining
Apex, if you get third party, that's it.
is really hard.
Yeah, because
actually-
there's no automatic loadout.
Yeah, no automatic loadout. But I also feel like the guns on the floor are good enough to fight with.
Like, it does, I agree. It does benefit better players, but it's not going to benefit anyone over, like, anyone from EU on 100 ping, they're going to be chalked in custom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That are iron trials. It just won't be fair.
yeah. Well, we're gonna see how that pans out. Hopefully, maybe our Sing can be revived somehow. We won't have to play on high ping. But also there's going to be another Sadie Hawkins event tomorrow. Another little eFuse tournament. Anyone get an invite?
Nah.
No.
I
I don't know if we mentioned this last time, but I think we got a reason as to why we won't be. Not a lot of girls outside of NA are going to be getting into these eFuse Sadie Hawkins tournaments. Unfortunately, what did they say? They
essentially told me that they want, or Activision NA wants the Sadie Hawkins tournaments to be NA only, and they're working with EU Activision to create a Sadie Hawkins for EU only, so that each region has their own Sadie Hawkins female-only dedicated tournament. So ping isn't an issue, which then leaves us out because we don't get any tournaments.
Yeah.
Which is so funny.
I think the timing of it is just weird because there were three, correct me if I'm wrong, Sadie Hawkins tournaments where, I mean, our entire friend group was in there, multiple people from EU, and that was for 3 tournaments. And then I won a tournament. I think I was the first person over, like, you know, outside of NA to win one of those tournaments.
Yeah, you were.
And then they instantly changed it. No one from Australia, no one from Europe.
Yeah.
It's just a bit weird.
Yeah, so do you think, like, I don't know. So that after you've, like, not saying it's specifically because you won, but like they're saying that they wanted to make it based in NA only. They just want to give that prize pool to NA players. Like they don't want to give the money to people outside of NA.
I think if they want to separate the 2 regions, they still need to let Australia into the NA ones.
100%.
Because if they're not going to work with Australian Activision to create some sort of like platform for tournaments for us, then you are leaving us out.
Yeah.
Completely.
I don't think people outside of NA actually realize that not everyone gets the same hundreds of thousands of money thrown at them every month, if anything at all, like they do. We get zero.
There's like one
we get
tournament a
zero.
month, if even.
Yeah. our first official like proper Warzone anything was only like a couple months ago or like a month ago, and it was for $2,500.
Was that the Activision one?
Yeah, that 2v2 one on GBs.
I don't know. I haven't played in any of them.
The one me and you, Qrissy, played in?
Yeah, the one that me and you played in. Yeah, so that actually sucks. Like, it's actually because like when we first started playing in these tournaments, like it was never a big deal, and I feel like now it's just it's like everything's working against us. Like I've seen more and more instances where like there's inner only this, inner only that. It's actually really sad, and like I don't feel like
it's like we can't help where we live.
Yeah,
we stuck.
And like I understand that they're trying to focus on their region. And they did say that they would like get a few girls from EU and OCE every now and then, but to know that there's actually just no chance, like even us replying to their tweets, trying to get vouchers to play in these tournaments, there's just no chance or like a slim chance that we will get in.
Yeah,
it's
not
just
seeing,
heartbreaking.
Like, none of us, like not one of us at all for like weeks get in. It's kind of sad.
And I've seen them. They rotate.
Like no one.
They rotate new girls every time. There's always a few hand-picked girls that are always in it, which is good. Like they're good for them. But like it's so sad that we're just kind of left out.
Like yeah, we moved to NA service, got used to the high ping because everyone was complaining about Australian lobbies, and then this happens.
Yeah.
It sucks.
And I think if it's not a custom lobby and they like there isn't the issue of they'll load into the lobby too slowly, there shouldn't be any issue of us playing in a 2v2 because we're the ones at a disadvantage. Nobody else.
100%.
We are completely at a
But like
disadvantage.
even like the custom side of things, I feel like it doesn't even take long.
Yeah, I mean we never
Like,
had a problem with that.
Yeah, I've never had an issue with that.
We never had a problem with that. So the fact that that was one of the responses to us when we asked like the previous time was shocking.
Yeah, we're choosing to play at a
Shocking.
disadvantage, but still can't play. It's stinky.
Yeah. Speaking of NA only tournaments, the Boom TV, the last dance in Verdansk is coming up. 3 qualifiers and a finals at LAN? Question mark? Maybe? That's really exciting. It's what was the prize pool? 150K. That is insane. That
is exciting.
Yeah, and they did announce that it was going to be NA only, and a lot of like EU pros and all that were kind of like, oh well, that sucks. But I understand that they're trying to get a LAN going for the finals. So that was like.
I mean, I think EU has heaps of tournaments with money over there anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
They had 100K in their Twitch rivals that went to one person.
Yeah, Australia is big down bad.
Australia had, I think, a $2,000 Fall Guys Twitch rivals.
We had zombies.
and sorry, there was also an Overcooked one as well, I think.
Oh yeah, there was an Overcooked tournament. It was 15K or something. It was insane. But yeah, no, it was actually interesting seeing like a different perspective from like EU players. Like we are kind of used to being like shoved out of tournaments, but like having like pro players speak on that, like NA only tournament, but they didn't realize like there was kind of like a LAN for it at the end. I did see a lot of like responses to like the pros when they were complaining about it, like make your own tournaments in your own region, or like like this is for.
People were saying that?
Yeah, some people were saying that. And that's why I feel like people don't realize that some people don't have the luxury.
Yeah, like imagine if they were in like Australia dealing what we had to deal with, or like what EU players have to deal with for other people.
Yeah.
Privilege
At its finest.
So many more opportunities for NA people. It sucks. Like, good for them, but like us, like so hard.
I think a lot of them just don't put themselves in anyone's shoes outside of America. Like they genuinely just don't care.
Yeah.
And they'll happily like put us down and be like, oh, it's not even that hard to play on that ping. Like, it is.
Yeah.
It is that hard to play on that ping.
Yeah.
And we wake up at 5 a.m. just to play in these tournaments.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, I feel like recently people have just been trying to like discredit people who play on high ping.
I agree.
Yeah, I
really
feel
agree.
that a lot too. They're like, oh yeah, it's advantage. Like, shut up.
Some people are
brother.
saying it's an advantage. I am so like baffled. I actually mentioned it to FIFA this morning. I was like, do you think playing on a high ping is an advantage? And he went off. He's like, anyone who says that is just has been gunned by someone on a high ping and they just can't admit it. You know? Like he went off. And like
I mean, I played a wager the other day and I had someone that I was versing turn around and say, I think the only disadvantage is that you could die around a wall, but I think everything else is like an advantage. And it genuinely blew my mind. I was like, wow, like that is...
Yeah. It's insane.
I don't know. It did. It just blew my mind. People need to start... You try the 200 ping.
You
10
try
seconds
it.
to buy
Try
my
it.
ticket
You
back.
try it.
Show me how
Literally.
you go.
I literally feel everyone would have the same reaction. If they were on a high ping, they would have the same reaction as us. There would not be one person.
Not to mention the amount of people who wake up, you know, an hour before these 3 p.m. tournaments and have issues with like them not having enough sleep. I sleep 30 minutes before any tournament. 30 minutes, that's all I get.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Actually, some people, they even complain about getting like 70, 80 ping. Like when they get up there, I'm like, what? What?
People be complaining about 50 ping. It's like, bruh.
I know we go on about
people
ping.
just need to start putting themselves in other people's shoes and actually like taking in consideration that not everyone has the same opportunities. And, you know, there is a massive gap in the industry in different regions.
But I was like, it'll be actually very interesting. I'm actually excited to see a main event on LAN. Like it's going to be live streamed and everything, hopefully. I mean, this is just all rumored. I don't know if it's confirmed, but a main event, Mini Royale Customs on LAN, that would be dope.
That'll be good to watch.
Like, because you remember watching like competitive COD, like Haylee, or like Nat with CSGO. Like, you know how like people talk shit to each other when they're like at LAN. I wonder how interesting that's going to be. Like,
I don't think that happened in CSGO.
You don't think?
Yeah, I think that's
there
just
was
the
never
COD
like
scene.
that. Yeah, I think that's just
This is a COD thing?
Because when I was outside of Call of Duty, I knew about your scene.
No. I'm talking about even like just Call of Duty in general, like the pros and NA, like the competitive pros, like.
Yeah, see, the CS:GO like professionals are pretty professional.
See, I don't. Yeah, I don't
there's
think
not
it'd be
really
the same,
drama between
Qrissy.
those players.
Yeah, but that's I'm just curious to see what the environment's gonna be like at a LAN. So what's like how many people in a mini royale?
25 teams or something, right?
25 teams.
15 teams.
Oh, 75 people. Like actually, no, that's right. 75.
I think it depends if it's like trios, quads, whatever.
Yeah, like just imagine that all those people sitting there at LAN, like playing each other.
Everyone who's talked shit on like online is like,
yeah, just sitting there.
Yeah, imagine like you get shit on by someone.
imagine you get gunned at LAN by someone that you've shit on.
You're just sitting there quiet. But that's the thing. What happens when you're just sitting there spectating? Like
You just sit there like
imagine
twiddling
you
your
just get
thumbs, just
turned
watching.
just watching at LAN. Oh, I think that'd be hype. I mean, what D and AD won a LAN tournament. I don't think it was streamed, but like, I think that was done in a pub's lobby. So like, I think this will be like the first ever customs Warzone.
I think it would be
LAN.
funny because a lot of people in these customs like to sit in bushes at the end of the game. And
Yeah.
imagine at the end of a game, you know, you die to so-and-so sitting in a bush and everyone just looks
Looks
at him.
at them. Yeah. That'd be funny.
It would just
Like,
be
it'd be
so
even
funny.
embarrassing to sit in a bush at a LAN and win. I wouldn't want to do that.
I would just leave the game. I'd be
would
like,
not
no
do that.
regain. I'm not playing.
Do you think Warzone would be good at LAN? Like,
No.
you don't?
No, I think the game might be a little bit too RNG to take it to like such a professional level as LAN, but I think it'd be fun.
It'll be interesting.
I mean, I guess it depends on what they ban. If they ban everything again, then I suppose I might.
I definitely feel like LAN's gonna be taking off again. Like with everyone getting vaccinated and like, you know, the world opening back up, like I think LAN could definitely be like a thing that takes off next year. Especially with all this talk about NA pros from like the actual COD scene, like the competitive COD. Like there's been talks about people retiring and like moving to Warzone. Like a lot of the pros over there are gonna start playing Warzone. Might just take over. That'd be interesting. Good. Do you think there'll be
Catch
like
us at a LAN.
Imagine us
Catch us
at
at a Trios tournament.
That'd be
Imagine
scary.
us three sitting there playing together. I'll fist bump you guys.
I won't be there.
I would not. Honestly, I'm seeing how so toxic our community is. Not community, I mean our region. I don't ever see me playing at a LAN ever again. In our scene.
Yeah, Qrissy, I never wanted to play at those other LANs.
I've been to so many LANs and they've been fun, but like they're so toxic. Do you ever see? Do you think there's gonna be like an international event where they like do qualifiers and then everyone? You don't think so?
No, I don't think unless Warzone was to like get to such a competitive the point of like CDL and like professional CS:GO, unless it was to get to that point, I don't think they would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that. Especially with like never mind, you said next year, don't worry.
What?
I mean actually
Fortnite
does
COVID
that
as well.
Fortnite does that, don't they?
But they do it so much
they
better.
Are a BR.
They do it so much better.
I think the difference between Warzone and Fortnite is the devs of Fortnite, I think, listen to the community a lot more.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think they did learn that the hard way. The amount of changes that Fortnite made before, you know, the community wasn't very happy with them.
Yeah, but at least they listen. And they did it right. Like the way they like host their tournaments and everything, like their customs. Like there's customs like every week, is there not? I'm always seeing like tweets about it on my timeline.
Yeah, what's those things? I swear there's like those things have been going on for ages.
Yeah, it's like
it's a weekly thing for money.
Yeah.
And it's like always big money too. I feel like
it's insane how
it's the thing that's kept Fortnite going, and I think it will get to that point with Warzone as well. Like there would need to be like a competitive like prize pool every week to keep it going.
Yeah,
that is how Fortnite has stayed, you know,
relevant.
Floating.
Yeah,
relevant.
It's it's in-game tournaments. They literally put it in the game, and you can just like go in queue and play it. COD had a similar thing. They had the you know those 2v2 gunfight ones. They had those small tournaments, and those were fun. So like, there's a way to do it. How they all end up doing it is the question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, hopefully we see something next year. Something next month even. Next month is going to be new map, new everything. So
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's actually close.
I'm very nervous. Wait, no, the next map isn't next month. No, it's not next month.
It is.
No, it's coming out weeks after Vanguard.
Yeah, next month. Vanguard comes out on the 5th. And then I think
don't know if the new map comes out.
Yeah, new map comes on like the 20th, is it not? Or like the 28th?
I was told it was weeks after.
Oh, okay, so November 5th.
I don't know if there's even been a date given.
New season starts. Yeah, 2 weeks after Vanguard from the 5th. So like around this time, a month away. Hopefully. That's crazy.
Excited.
I'm excited too.
I want
new map.
Grind time.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know.
It's the 29th. Hopefully it doesn't kill my PC. That's all I'm hoping for.
That's what I'm thinking. Like I get like I have a 3080, a dual PC, and I still get like 130 FPS sometimes. Sometimes lower.
Yeah.
Like
telling you, the scam's a virus.
It slowly eats away at our PC.
Or we were just talking about tournaments. Can you believe the Warzone highest earners list? I think
I've never looked at it, but I am about to look at it.
Look at it right now. D just hit 100K on that in total earnings. Isn't that
damn,
insane?
good
Isn't that
thing.
insane? Yeah. So like I just had a look at the Warzone highest earners list, and it's actually insane how much money people have made from this game. This game's only been out for like a year and a half or like a year and a bit. Aiden at the top at $274,000.
That's wild.
That's USD too, by the way.
USD. Followed closely behind by Tommy,
God damn.
Rated, and Huskers. Isn't that insane?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even on top of their like Twitch earnings, sponsorships. Like they are making such a good living.
Bank.
Absolute bank. What a
It's
time.
nice to see FIFA Jukies and Waz either.
Yeah, it is. They're all right below each other too. They're like
I think
right
it's
next to
because
each
they
other.
all play those tournaments.
Yeah, they play the same together.
and then they
I
just
mean,
win.
They had a banger of they had one tournament where they won 25k each.
It
That
was the
insane.
custom, I think.
Yeah,
the
it
custom
was.
One. I remember that. That was a good tournament.
Holy hell. But it just goes to show, like, imagine being a pro in A right now. Just this being your life. Like, it's insane how much money has been put into Warzone. Okay, this might be a bit crazy, but does Warzone have more money put into it than the CDL? Question.
I don't think I can give much input in this because I don't know anything about the CDL, but I do know just to buy out a spot is like multi
25 million.
Isn't it? Like
Oh,
really?
25. Oh, that's nothing.
25 million
25 million?
for a spot, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
the CDL's like
Scam are
300
they
million.
running over there?
Yeah, no.
Does that money get reinvested into CDL though?
I don't know exactly how it works, but I don't know. I feel like Warzone has so much money in it. I just don't know if it's bigger than, not bigger, but like more money put towards it than the CDL. I don't know.
I mean, what money
yeah,
would
I
they
don't
be putting toward? Oh, what's the prize pools for like the CDL?
No, they're big. Nah, I reckon CDL probably has more money, right? With all the
It's gotta
buyouts.
be. Yeah,
And,
it's gotta
like,
be.
Isn't their prize pool good?
Well, they have like,
150k or something like.
yeah, well, they have $1 million tournaments. Yeah, no, okay. I'm wilding. I'm wilding.
like
CDL is
that's
bigger. Yeah. No, but there's literally been more than 6.6 million worth of prizing in Warzone. I say that, and then I said CDL, which has like a spot for like 25 mil, so completely different. So no, CDL is definitely bigger, but it's crazy. 17 pros have made six figures alone from Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder where we are on the list.
I'm probably like 1,000, not even.
3,000.
3,000. Oh, I've probably got a
know
couple
exactly how
hundred
much.
to my name, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, I have $250.
200.
Not even that. 125. I have to split it.
I don't think necessarily. Well, do you think how many opportunities surrounding Warzone do you feel like has changed your life personally?
Wait.
What do you mean?
Well,
Yeah,
I
what do
don't.
you
I
mean?
don't feel like tournaments personally has changed my life, but
Yeah, I feel
playing
like
the
Warzone in
game
general.
Warzone has changed like my Twitch life. Like I grew
Oh,
the most.
completely. Yeah, I don't think tournaments have changed really anything.
Yeah, I
for
think
me.
it's just kind of added to it, but the game itself really did catapult my main Twitch career. And that's how it's been with a lot of people. Like if we even take, for example, Tommy, he was like, well, he was searching for, wasn't he not benched on a CDL team? He was searching to be like being put on a roster.
Who was this, sorry?
Tommy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if you think about Tommy's kind of come up and how he just started playing Warzone on his off time, for the CDL, and then he was able to make more than the CDL pros now. Like it's insane how Warzone has changed so many people's lives.
I actually didn't know that he was a CDL.
Yeah, he was a CDL pro.
I didn't even know what the CDL was until maybe like a couple months ago.
Or like even Aiden, like what he came from Fortnite. D came from Fortnite after COD and all that. And like all
Most
the
of
new
them came from Fortnite.
yeah, well even like all the like old COD players like Biffle, Hector, and all that. This game literally changed so many people's lives.
It's
It's insane. But it's kind of like, it's inspiring. It really is.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to be on that list.
Yes,
I want to be on that list. I want to be on that list. Maybe one day. Maybe when the anti-cheat comes out.
One day.
That was a great segue.
We'll all be top 100, surely.
That was
really
a good
like that
segue. Anyway.
Speaking of the anti-cheat.
Yeah.
Ricochet. Is that what it's called? Ricochet?
Ricochet.
I actually died to someone in Warzone yesterday called Ricochet. They were aimbutting.
Wait. That's actually a really good name.
They were aimbutting.
It's a really good name.
Insane cheats, by the way.
Ricochet.
Definitely, you know.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's
anti-cheat's coming.
Do you think that's pretty fitting considering that their anti-cheat got leaked to hackers? So like
that hacker probably on his second monitor while he's
just...
cheating is like decoding the anti-cheat. But yeah, the anti-cheat is coming. It comes out during the Vanguard integration.
Mid-November?
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought it was going to be coming out on release day, but apparently not.
I thought it would be like that too.
No, it's coming out during the integration.
Imagine
so
you go on Vanguard,
there's
there's just heaps of cheating.
Yeah.
It's going to be super interesting. I mean,
yeah.
It's a kernel one. So I think it's like, what is it called? A kernel level something or other. It's basically one where it's like not actually in the game. It's a separate program.
Yeah. Like Valorant.
And so they can actively update it. But I think the issue with that is like when it initially comes out, I think it's going to be pretty bad.
Why?
I have a feeling that it's going to be pretty bad because the way they wrote it, I would have to find the post. But the way they wrote it on like the announcement was like, we want to slowly like make it better. Let me find it.
Oh, okay, so they're just testing the waters. Kind of thing. It's like you know how Valorant has the same thing where you have to run a separate kind of software while you're playing the game. So like it detects if you're cheating and boots you out straight away. Is that how it's gonna work?
I don't know.
I don't know exactly how it's gonna work. But there's people still...
The anti-cheat, does that mean there's like... That still means there's still going to be hackers, right?
So this is what they wrote. We are dedicated and determined to evolve the Ricochet anti-cheat system over time. So I think that when it initially comes out, there might be some issues.
Probably.
Yeah.
I really don't have high hopes. I don't like getting high hopes.
I honestly just hope people don't have high hopes because like you got to give them like an opportunity here to like get it out and then like figure it out. And like, you know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are under the impression that it's just going to be, you know, straight up 95, 100% of cheaters gone.
Yeah.
I don't think they realize that it's going to be maybe 75, maybe 80% if even.
See, I'd be happy with that. I would be happy if there's just less. I've definitely been running into a few hackers because they're just trying to get their hack on before the anti-cheat comes out. So it's like definitely going to be kind of crazy before it comes out. Or up until it comes out, I should say.
That trust system that Simon mentioned, that's in CSGO. They have that in CSGO.
Well, isn't that
I haven't heard anything about that in COD though.
Neither. But it's also like, didn't they try that with shadow banning? Like hackers and putting them all in the same lobby? Like, wasn't that already a thing?
Yeah, I don't know if a trust system would work. It doesn't even work on CSGO properly. I mean, people can just be nice for a couple games and then shoot their asses off. And I'm pretty sure to be trusted, all you have to do is like connect your phone number on CSGO. So I don't know how it would work on Warzone.
Oh, is that how it works? I didn't know how that works, the trusted system.
Yeah, you'd have to like verify your account and among some other stuff.
Oh, well then, I get that then. Because then they'd have to make like multiple accounts, phone numbers, etc. Which takes a lot more time. Oh, well, we're just going to have to see. I mean, once this anti-cheat comes out, definitely feel like 2v2s are going to be running a lot more. It'll definitely be a lot safer. No more hacker resets. Not a lot less, I should say.
20s won't take as long, hopefully.
Yeah, 20s won't take as long. Tournaments should never ever be running more than 6 hours, 6-7 hours. Like people get fatigued so easily.
Yeah, that's something we
I
don't
get
talk
tired
about. I
after,
feel like
after the
You're not
second
playing at your
BO3.
best.
when you like even when you like have to like wait for like teams, I feel like that chokes you sometimes.
I would love
Yeah.
to
like
see
I
a
think me and
2v2
FIFA
over
had
2
to wait
days.
3 hours.
2v2 over
I-
2 days?
I would love to see that. So like you do half one day and then the other half the next day, so that the final isn't like a bunch of exhausted gamers.
Yeah, exhausted, yeah.
And they are playing at their best.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Actually, that's a
Because
good idea.
By the end of these 2v2s, I don't know if you can hear her meowing. At the end of these 2v2s, there's like, I mean, just yesterday, if you went into loser bracket, you had to win 6 loser bracket games, a BO3, and then like, I'm guessing the final was a BO5. I'm not sure what the final was yesterday. But
Yeah.
like, that's a
You have to win twice.
lot of Warzone. Yeah, you have to win twice, and they have like an advantage on a map. So it's like,
Yeah.
you have
And
to
then-
like completely reverse sweep. It's
Yeah.
the gamers are exhausted. Like they're literally playing like half as good as they would be.
It would be 100%. That's actually a good little 2-day tournament. Because like, yeah, like some of these tournaments go for 14 hours. Like that's ridiculous. Like if you're still playing at your peak, it's very rare that people are playing at their peak at that hour. Like that far in.
I don't
feel
think
like when
anyone.
I
I feel
play
like you're.
tournaments, I feel like when I play tournaments after like playing for like 5 hours, when I get to like 11 a.m., if I'm still on at like 11 a.m., I feel so like
Yeah,
dead.
like yeah. Agreed.
You are almost just running on fumes at that point. It's like all just automatic. You're not even thinking about what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Muscle memory.
Do you think it's too late for an anti-cheat?
Nope.
No.
Nope. I
No,
think
neither.
I think I think the game is just gonna blow up again.
Same. A
As
lot
long
of
as it
people
works.
are excited for it.
I'm excited.
Listen, 1 more month and we're just going to see how it all works out. Fingers crossed. Anyways,
Fingers crossed.
have you guys tried out the new guns?
Nah.
STG is dog poo.
My PC broke on me.
Yeah, Haley's PC broke on her. STG, I saw Aiden using it and I tried it. Is it full loot? Because I swear it's full loot. Oh, no, it's not. I don't know. I picked it up. I think it bangs. I think
It's
it
an AR
bangs.
though, and people are using it as
As
an
a
SMG
subby,
because no
yeah.
one can put on anything on it. Yeah, I think it'd be good as an AR. But you know what? I don't even know if the Vanguard guns are gonna even be able to compare to the Cold War guns.
Really? I think
Originally,
you had a different...
I thought,
Yeah, you did.
Originally, I thought that the Vanguard guns would wipe out the Cold War and Modern Warfare guns, but I think the Cold War guns are just too strong. Like I've come across the STG multiple times, and I've just outgunned it with an OTS, and it's an AR, and I've even outgunned it like more than 10 meters. So like, I don't know.
What do you think that like? It's because you can't put attachments and stuff on it at the moment, or?
I mean, maybe. I mean, it doesn't have its 10 attachments yet, so.
I don't really. I haven't come across where like those two guns where I was like, oh my goodness, like this is gonna be meta, you know, like hasn't been like an overpowered kind of weapon. So I think we'll have to see with the other guns.
Also, one thing I did notice about these Vanguard guns is they're really loud.
Yeah.
So you guys know the bullfrog glitch where, your teammates would use like the broken bullfrog and you'd be able to hear it twice?
Yeah.
It
Nat's
actually,
favorite gun.
I genuinely,
Yeah, literally Nadia.
I genuinely think I was playing like with Jordan the other day and he was using the SCG and I was going deaf when he was shooting it.
Yeah, it is.
I was going deaf. It was so loud next to me that I couldn't hear anything. And I wonder if all of the Vanguard guns are going to be like that.
Yeah,
They're
it
also
sounds
very
very
clunky.
clunky.
They're not
yeah,
smooth.
they're very
They
clunky.
are so clunky.
They actually sound like you're in a war. Not that I know, but like, it actually sounds like really heavy, We're just going to have to see. The thing is, I don't try any new guns. I'm always late
Neither,
to every
I'm
meta.
late too.
I don't really care to try new guns, to be honest, unless it's like something super overpowered. But even then, like I don't even care to try new guns.
We always try guns late. All of us
we
do.
always try gun late.
We like being comfortable with what we're using.
Like, I don't know how long it took me to play with the AMAX.
It took me like literally to like the last like 3 weeks to get T-pose unlocked. And T-pose is so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Much better. It is.
And
That's
I
the
was
funny
using
thing.
that dot thing. Like if I have that on right now, I'm like, bro, what is that?
I haven't even got T-pose. I haven't even like leveled up the Swiss.
Yeah, I haven't leveled up the Swiss either.
The Swiss is so much better than the car 98. Yeah, dude, Haylee would be like, Nat, can you drop me something? I'm like, yeah. She's like, the Swiss?
Like, yeah. We are just like,
so fun to use.
we're the last people to talk about guns, to be honest, because we just don't care enough. And we wanted to talk about as well. Have you guys been having weird people come into your chat recently? I've just had an influx of like so many weird people, and it's been people that know all three of us.
Really?
Yeah, and they'll come into my chat and they'll like mention you guys, and they'll be like, "Oh, why has Nat done this? Or why has Haylee done this?" And I just don't know why if you guys been experiencing it, but I have been experiencing some actual trolls in my chat. No?
I just have the normal influx of weirdos.
Okay, well, I have been just it's been quite interesting. So I just wanted to run that past you and run it past the Twitch chat. Just don't be weird in people's chats, please. Something actually super weird happened. Someone messaged me on my business email saying something so actually low-key frightening, very stalkerish vibes. And it said,
what did they say? And
I quote, he said, "I just want you to know that I will find you." What? Is that scary?
You know what? After sure, I'm gonna ask you what his name is because I might know who this is.
Yeah, I want a name check, please.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get a name check. I was gonna run it past you guys, but like,
I think I might know.
Yeah, it was very weird. Like, I didn't know if you guys were kind of dealing with that, but like,
I don't know about you guys, but when I ban people in my chat, they email my business email.
Yeah, a lot of people, I noticed that Nat, like people be like, why am I banning Nat?
They always come in my chat as well. They'll be like, Nat,
my business
I've
email
been
just
banned.
gets them all the time.
Yeah, they're like, Nat's mod just ban me, Qrissy mod just ban me.
Yeah, I just wanted to run that by you guys because it's just been kind of awkward. Very kind of awkward. But like, how do you guys deal with that kind of behavior when people come into your chat?
I roast them.
I ignore it, to be honest. I remember the other day someone came in here like talking shit, and I was like, "Bruh, spread positivity," and they were full like coming at me for saying that. Like they were full having a go at me.
Yeah,
they're like, "Nah, people can't do that." Like they were.
I think one thing I've noticed the most about Twitch chats and having other female friends is a lot of people try and pit you against each other.
I was just about to say that.
The amount of people that come in my chat and they're like, H me is better than you. Shit on you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I let her. I let her shit on me.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's so weird. They're just obsessed.
That reminds me of a comment someone said in someone's chat. I'm not going to say any names, but it's very, very big chat weird.
Yeah. It's so strange. I've just noticed a weird influx of that. A lot of people I've noticed they're trying to pit us against each other. And I'm like, just know it'll never work. And just stop being weird. Just stop being weird. Be nice to each other. And don't message my business email unless it's about business. Okay. Like, what are we out here sending me messages like that for?
That's wild. That sucks.
Wild enough.
It is wild. But we just want to remind everyone to be kind.
Be kind.
Spread
kind. Positivity. Got nothing nice to say.
Don't say anything at all.
Yes, ma'am.
But yes, ma'am. So what we're thinking for maybe next week's podcast, we'll try to get some clips from the community to watch. What do you think about that? Yeah. So, feel free to drop any clips in our Discords that we can check out next week. I think that'll be an interesting like integration because we only just sit here and we just chat about things. I want to start watching stuff, do a little bit more interactive things. It'll be nice. What do you guys reckon?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
I made a channel in my Discord for
Same. So did I.
anything podcast related. So
Yeah, Sam.
Awesome. Any last words?
No.
no, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Awesome. Whee. Well, I enjoyed.
Thank you for
yeah.
listening. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you're watching on YouTube. 5-star rate it if you're watching on iTunes. And all the links will be in the description of wherever you're watching. Or listening. Or listening. Alright, awesome. Episode 5 done.